This method has accuracy issues that need to be dealt with promptly.
The fire ruined many plants in that place, causing severe destruction.
We must let clients know about upcoming price increases in advance.
His research fascinates due to his natural curiosity and inquisitiveness.
I'll show you how to stop reactions using acid effectively and safely. Set knives and forks next to spoons when setting the table.
It might be time for me to make some changes to my life.
Don't forget to explore the library during your first week here.
Discover the campus in your first week of the semester for orientation. Their new technology began local production of metal and leather goods.
Write a case study detailing an organization you're familiar with, please.
In the upcoming lecture, we'll discuss the following pair of images.
Professor Smith's arrival for the lecture today will be delayed.
Please hand over the book that's on your left side.
Final exam weeks do not include any scheduled class sessions.
Invasions by Germanic and Danish tribes greatly affected the country.
When you write, always say where you got your information from.
You can pick from lots of different clubs and groups at school.
The drama club is looking for students to act in their play.
The college wants to hire a new teacher for media studies.
Next year, the cost to attend college is going to go up a lot.
The outcomes will be communicated to you via email shortly.
Ensure your seminar papers are copied and in the library early.
Few students meet the criteria to receive housing benefit entitlements. To resign from the student union, formally notify the registrar's office.
This chapter of the tale recounts my father's life story.
Students are required to complete their assignments in the coming month.
Does our university have a team that plays ice hockey competitively?
His actions were clearly driven by economic motives above all else.
Current solutions highlight the symbolic aspects inherent in human nature.
The semester was scheduled during the final week of the academic quarter.
Knife and fork must be set beside the spoon on the table's edge.
England is both a parliamentary democracy and a constitutional monarchy.
America has a significant stake in the global chocolate industry.
Agricultural workers migrated to the East End for new employment opportunities.
London evolved into a powerful, prosperous city over several centuries.
Parents should model and instill values in their children diligently.
We recently explored various facets of London's rich social history.
International students may receive help finding housing around the university.
Submit your assignments to the staff at the main office, please.
This short summary will take us to a time long ago.
The campus tour introduces you to our extensive educational facilities. You should sign up for classes using the university's website.
The sea rose, changing the land and moving the coastline in.
New beaches appeared, and strange sea animals came onto them.
After the Ice Age, animals and plants changed a lot.
Psychologists use science to understand thoughts and figure out why we act in certain ways.
They have many ways to learn about our minds and what we do.
There's more research on regular crimes than on company crimes.
People don't study crimes by companies as much as other crimes.
It's really hard to tell how much company crimes cost us.
Let's first talk about how much money these crimes cost.
Companies that help with exports give advice and help with money.
Starting a business or selling things abroad begins by talking to a bank.
It's weird that the school has only one class about studying people and societies.
The accessible Russell Falls track is the park's most frequented pathway.
In changing times, consideration for staff strain is absolutely crucial.
Today's lecture progresses to the next subject, the volcano chapter.
Volcanic activity has significantly shaped and altered the Earth's surface.
Sailors in the Mediterranean often spot the fiery night glow from volcanoes.
This office is closely linked to your scholarly pursuits on campus.
Before signing up, check our website for the list of courses.
Try something different and fun, it's a chance to explore.
Pick 3 or 4 courses you like before you sign up.
You might not get the course you want the most.
You should be okay with getting any course you choose.
As a common global language, English expands, but not as a native one.
The argument hinges on significant advancements in computational translation and recognition technologies.
Visiting Blue National Park, seeing the spectacular wildlife there is essential.
Online availability of lecture notes is common practice among our teaching staff.
Next summer, a conference on web-based academic research will be held here.
Selected applicants will collaborate with an extensive team of research professionals. More patients were infected in this outbreak than in any prior ones.
The last academic year includes multiple lecture courses and a single project.
The closest ATM machine is located just in front of the anatomy laboratories.
The primary financial support for newspapers comes from selling advertisement spaces.
Sydney, Australia's largest city, serves as its main port and cultural hub.
I anticipate being tardy for the upcoming Class 1 HAV.
Sometimes, they might breathe only a couple of times in an hour.
Words inherently reflect and describe the culture from which they originate.
In the past, the Thanksgiving celebration became popular across the country.
In the future, the goal is to eliminate all vehicles with combustion engines.
Extracting pollutants from the environment proves to be a difficult task.
European car manufacturers are struggling due to their reliance on diesel.
We aim to significantly decrease the current traffic levels on roads.
We prefer destinations with guided tours for a more structured visit experience.
We've confirmed the dates and have organized some additional optional activities.
You will have time to consider subsequent questions before continuing.
To begin, let me quickly outline the rich history of our museum for you.
For further details about trips, please check the student newspaper's latest issue.
Directly ahead is the car park, and to the left is our gift shop.
Your assignment next week will closely resemble last week's task.
He dedicated many years to studying with a renowned painter.
Despite my friend's desire to study abroad, I prefer home.
Some avian species are capable of sleeping while in flight.
Whether other animals can dream or not is still unclear.
Consuming fruits and vegetables can help students avoid viruses.
The tutoring session will be much slower due to this.
Last year, she organized a successful art exhibition that garnered significant attention and attendance.
Scientists are still unsure if animals dream during their sleep.
Would you like to accompany me to the art gallery?
The school should allocate its funds to construct a new science library.
Conforming to the wrong group can lead to dangerous and harmful outcomes.
The new class timetables will be posted for students' convenience on the notice board.
Parents frequently use toys and incentives to shape their children's behaviors and choices.
Proper disposal of waste is of utmost importance for human well-being.
Research indicates that news and weather reports can impact people's moods.
Marketing primarily revolves around creating consumer desire and motivation to purchase. All students should participate in the upcoming elections for encouragement.
Quality family time is vital, but it's not always feasible.
In general, consumers tend to have low trust in advertisements.
Occasionally, large corporations make suboptimal decisions influenced by group conformity.
Contemporary society still sees gender stereotypes influencing behavior in both boys and girls.
Sleep plays a vital role in maintaining a healthy lifestyle.
The bus's departure from the building's exterior is scheduled very soon.
The artist has gained fame for creating abstract art throughout his career.
In a formal agreement, a fast food chain restricted its advertising with government approval. Academics must actively interact with the general public outside the university setting.
Regular consumption of junk food can have adverse effects on one's health.
Increasing urban populations correlate with higher rates of car ownership.
The strike had already led to cuts in electricity and water supplies.
This new model combines a telephone and a fax machine.
They want to bring the new legislation into force before the end of the year.
Some benefits relate directly to the mental health of teenagers.
All children should be encouraged to realize their full potential.
The two international firms joined forces to win the big contract. I have not received an acknowledgement of my application yet. The company has been performing poorly over the past 6 years.
She has successfully balanced a career and brought up a family.
We are aware of the potential problems and have taken every precaution.
He had to spend about 6 months in a class with younger students.
The teacher made me move my seat to the front of the classroom.
New legislation on the sale of drugs will be introduced next year. It is difficult for young people to find jobs around here.
The whole class was told to stay behind after school.
You have to do well academically to get into medical school. As suggested by her mother, she will take a diploma in management studies.
The man is probably the best-known painter in the world.
The application for a new business license has been denied.
Which one actually dictates our future, academic degree or capability?
She has been collecting material for her latest novel for more than a month.
The book provides some valuable information on recent economic trends.
Even my friends often confuse me and my twin sister.
Most countries tend to impose some sort of tax on alcohol and tobacco.
It's a great place for swimming, but beware of dangerous currents.
Our future prosperity depends on economic growth to some extent.
The customers are required to rate the extent of their satisfaction.
Students are asked to prepare material in advance of each weekly seminar.
The invention would have a wide range of applications in industry.
This course belongs to the academic degree curriculum of communication postgraduates.
Governments can help reverse this economic trend by offering technical and financial aid.
His comments only made this issue more confusing for us to solve.
Parents should beware of imposing their own interests on parents should beware of
You don't have to tell lies to get people to like you.
In many ways, our social statistics exaggerate the degree of hardship.
This project has liberated the industry from dependence on running water.
High-earning parents are more likely to live in a good neighborhood for raising children.
The name was changed to avoid confusion with another firm.
The service works as a software application that is accessed via the Internet.
All of our tutors have more than 2 years of teaching experience.
The diploma should be the same whether distance learning or on-campus study is employed.
Too much dependence on the teachers may lead to a lack of motivation.
International tourism has provided many new employment opportunities for travelers.
Our priority is to educate people about the dangers of drugs.
Many modern cities now require their citizens to sort their garbage.
It may be said that the teacher has done his very best to help him.
She had the advantage of a good education over others.
He looked at me in confusion and did not answer the question.
Students learned the practical application of the theory they had learned in the classroom.
Higher education means higher pay and more opportunities you will get.
If finance is a cause of concern, scholarships may be available.
Scientists are always asking the government for more money.
Students are allowed to bring dictionaries to the exam. I wanted to work somewhere where I could serve the community.
The forest has provided nesting places for a wide variety of birds.
He lives quietly in the country in a village near the sea.
Readers have been invited to write in with their comments.
This is a new system for assessing personal tax bills.
He left England with the intention of traveling in Africa.
The judge said the punishment would serve as a warning to others. As the project progresses, a written document will become very useful.
This could mean the closure of thousands of small businesses.
The economy should be organized to serve the interests of all the people.
The price of oil should remain stable for the rest of the year.
The report mentions that this company has overspent on marketing.
You have to wait until the drugs have passed out of your system.
He was suffering from exposure and shock, but his condition was said to be stable.
Marketing is applied to everything these days, and books are no exception.
There are no restrictions on the amount of money you can withdraw.
They had faced one difficulty after another with great determination.
The object is to gather as great a diversity of genetic material as possible.
The trip promises to be a great mixture of the ancient and modern.
He hoped they would not feel disappointed if they were not invited.
The company didn't disclose how much it expects to gain from the deal. The signal will be converted into digital code by the computer.
Economic recovery can't be sustained unless more jobs are created.
The teaching of history should not be limited to dates and figures.
The company plans to sponsor television programs as part of its marketing strategy.
Scientists use genetic engineering to protect tomatoes against the effects of freezing.
They were very curious about the people who lived upstairs.
The program affords young people the chance to gain work experience.
A radio signal normally has both electrical and magnetic properties.
I wrote to them last month and I'm still waiting for a reply. The officer was suffering from stress brought on by overwork.
The amount of money you have to spend will limit your choice.
Please bring back all library books by the end of the week.
The higher rates have been a hindrance to economic recovery.
The marketing department has always played a subsidiary role to the sales department.
Many students have insufficient science backgrounds to gain entrance to engineering school. The company saw the visit as an important signal of financial support.
You can gain entry to the club only through a member.
The man has been fighting his addiction to alcohol for months.
Hunger is the body's signal that levels of blood sugar are too low.
Most schools are unwilling to cut down on staff in order to cut costs.
Her house was only a few doors down from her daughter's apartment.
The government took another step on the road to political reform.
The relationship between national health and social care services is very important. I have established a good working relationship with my boss.
She cut across the parking lot and strolled through the main entrance.
Trainees should be invited to relate new ideas to their past experiences.
Thousands of people paid good money to watch the band perform.
Studies have indicated that there is a relationship between diet and cancer.
In the future, pay increases will be related to productivity.
The high price is a major hindrance to potential buyers.
An engine has many parts, each performing a different function.
You'll be able to see the latest fashion and beauty news on this website.
Children need to be provided with an appropriate learning environment.
The impact of public policy on gender and aging needs to be addressed.
You can find faculty and staff by department or unit through the university's directories.
The university embraces diversity and is committed to the discovery of knowledge.
We want to improve the quality of life and the standard of living.
We are committed to quality programs and responsive to a rapidly changing world.
Through quality teaching, the university is committed to developing knowledge.
Their work provides support to numerous projects related to the goals of the departments.
You will learn to apply business strategies to solve problems in the production of agricultural goods.
Plant pathology is the study of plant diseases, their causes and effects.
Please visit individual department websites to explore more research options.
He used to take a walk in a small garden after dinner.
The lecture on how to keep plants healthy will be hosted next week.
You must include a statement that you are taking all courses through distance education.
This website can help users to tackle a typical domestic issue.
Before these papers are issued, make sure they are formally reviewed.
You can join us to apply knowledge to make this world a better place.
Agriculture is more than just farming. It's also about energy and conservation.
We have been trained to investigate how cultural systems matter in this situation.
They're discussing the most efficient strategy to manage the risks facing the business.
You will get a broad foundation in the technology of machine systems.
Improving the quality of air and water is important to human beings.
There is widespread concern that new houses will be built on protected land. Animal science can be applied to a wide variety of careers and industries.
For many years, the schools attempted to neutralize controversies over race.
Schools have to play their full part in promoting the welfare of children.
This summer program has been illustrated with many photographs of activities.
A team of teachers is trying to come up with an innovative curriculum.
In order to achieve educational goals, tutors often have to encourage students.
In Canada, children prefer to go to public schools instead of private ones.
He is able to understand diverse perspectives on women's literature.
The analysis is related to gender equality and the aging issue.
A balanced approach to teaching and learning is important in education.
We have worked together to promote a healthy research culture.
The placements are available for small local businesses and multinational organizations.
You may let us know what projects interest you the most.
He had been carrying on his business until he retired last year.
The capacity to listen to colleagues is often considered a great skill.
The family business is now run as a cooperative.
Transport has always been the key to developing international trade in this century.
The householder has a duty to take good care of the visitor's safety.
Right now we have the ability to tackle these global issues.
No one is suggesting any health risks attached to this product.
Children of compulsory school age must be enrolled in school and attend every day.
Aboriginal people have a long tradition of teaching and learning in their own methods.
As a parent, you need to choose the school that best suits your child.
The school has developed a creative partnership with parents.
This is a practical and comprehensive guide to planning and developing a curriculum.
This textbook teaches data science and machine learning methods for the control of complex systems.
In the plant, skilled workers who perform key jobs form into groups.
People form teams to achieve goals that are beyond the reach of an individual.
Students who have completed a placement are more likely to obtain a good job. The bus line was established to determine the effect of improved public transportation.
An inquiry was set up to determine the cause of the accident.
He learnt to play the piano at an early age.
Air pollution in our country has risen above an acceptable level.
There is no compelling reason for me to believe him.
The equipment is able to sense the presence of toxic gases.
The Prime Minister is understood to have been extremely angry about the report.
There was a notice on the board saying the class had been cancelled.
I perceived a change in his behavior over those months.
This leaflet is produced for the information of our customers.
She taught me to be less critical of other people. She was making a play for the sales manager's job.
It sounds as if they might have made a dreadful mistake.
We have booked a famous band for our wedding reception.
They have fostered 100 children during the past 10 years.
If your pharmacy doesn't stock the product you want, let them order it for you.
Parking lot owners should be legally responsible for protecting vehicles.
He asked his daughter what she would like for her birthday.
The designer will be unveiling her latest fashions for autumn and winter.
Stretching exercises can help you avoid injury and improve your performance.
The government has been committed to housing homeless people.
The most serious cases were treated at the scene of the accident.